Have you ever had that heart-stopping moment when you realize you've sent a text to exactly the wrong person? That's what happened to Jake Collins, a single father who made one small slip that would change his life forever. But what he didn't know as he stared in horror at his phone that night was that his biggest mistake would lead to his greatest happiness, though not before nearly costing him everything he'd worked for. Jake's thumb hovered over his phone screen, his stomach dropping as he realized what he'd done. My boss is so hot, it should be illegal. Can't focus when she wears that blue dress. The message had gone not to his best friend Mike, but to Sophia Reynolds, his boss, the very woman he'd just described. Chapter 1. The Mistake. Jake Collins had been raising his 8-year-old daughter Lily alone since his wife passed away 3 years ago. Between being a full-time dad and working as a marketing executive at Reynolds Publishing, dating was the last thing on his mind. That is, until Sophia Reynolds took over as CEO 6 months ago. Sophia had inherited the publishing company from her father, who'd retired early after a health scare. With her long, silky blonde hair that caught the light when she moved and a confidence that commanded every room she entered, she was intimidating to most of the staff. But beneath her perfect exterior and professional demeanor, Sophia was fighting her own battles. The board members, particularly Richard Blackwood, her father's oldest friend, constantly questioned her decisions, waiting for her to fail so they could push her out. Jake's phone buzzed, a reply from Sophia. "My office, 8 a.m. tomorrow." Jake barely slept that night. By morning, he had convinced himself he was about to be fired. How would he support Lily? How would he explain losing his job over something so stupid? As he dropped Lily off at school, he hugged her extra tight. "What's wrong, Daddy?" she asked, her innocent eyes looking up at him. "Nothing, sweetheart. Just love you a lot today." "More than yesterday?" she giggled, their usual morning routine. "Always more than yesterday," he replied, forcing a smile. The Reynolds Publishing building loomed before him like a monolith of doom. Jake's hands were clammy as he rode the elevator to the executive floor. Sophia's assistant nodded for him to go straight in. Sophia sat behind her desk, the morning light streaming through the floor-to-ceiling windows behind her. She wore a crisp white blouse today, her hair pulled back in a sleek ponytail. Her expression revealed nothing. "Close the door, Jake." He did as instructed, then stood awkwardly, unsure if he should sit. "About last night's text," he began, his voice strained. "I am so incredibly sorry. It was completely unprofessional and—" "Sit down," she interrupted, her voice cool and controlled. Jake sat, bracing himself for the inevitable. "I have a proposal for you," Sophia said, sliding a folder across her desk. "The Hartman account. They're looking for a fresh approach to their campaign. I want you to lead it." Jake blinked in confusion. What? You're not firing me?" A slight smile played at the corner of Sophia's lips. "Should I?" "Most people would." "I'm not most people, Jake. You're one of our best creatives. Your personal opinions about my wardrobe choices, while inappropriately expressed, don't change that fact." Jake felt a rush of relief, quickly followed by embarrassment. "Thank you. It won't happen again." "See that it doesn't," she replied. But there was something in her eyes, amusement, perhaps, that made his heart skip. "The Hartman presentation is in 2 weeks. Don't make me regret this decision." What Jake didn't know was that Sophia had her own reasons for keeping him around, reasons that would soon test both their professional boundaries and their hearts in ways neither could imagine. Chapter 2. Complications. The Hartman campaign consumed Jake's days and nights. He was determined to prove himself worthy of the second chance Sophia had given him. Meanwhile, Lily was struggling with her own challenges. Her teacher called to report she'd been getting into arguments with classmates. "She misses her mother," Jake explained to Miss Garcia during their parent-teacher conference. "The anniversary of her death is coming up. She needs stability, Mr. Collins, and perhaps some female influence in her life." Jake nodded, the weight of single parenthood feeling heavier than usual. That evening, as he tucked Lily into bed, she asked the question that always broke his heart. "Do you think Mommy can see me from heaven?" "I know she can't, sweetheart," I whispered, smoothing her hair. "Why am I so sad sometimes?" Lily's voice was small in the darkness. Jake held his daughter close, wishing he had better answers. "Because we love her, and it's okay to miss people we love." After Lily fell asleep, Jake returned to his laptop to work on the Hartman presentation. At midnight, his phone buzzed with a text from Sophia. "How's the campaign coming?" He hesitated before responding. "Making progress. Still at it." Her reply came quickly. "Don't burn yourself out. We need you at your best." The simple exchange left Jake staring at his phone, wondering what it meant.
Was it just professional concern or something more? And why did it matter so much to him? Chapter 3. The Presentation. The day of the Hartman presentation arrived. Jake had barely slept, perfecting every detail. The clients filled the conference room, along with the executive team and board members. Richard Blackwood sat next to Sophia, whispering something that made her frown. Jake began his presentation confidently, but halfway through, Richard interrupted. This approach is too risky. The Hartman brand has always been traditional. Before Jake could defend his work, Sophia spoke up. That's precisely why they came to us, Richard. They're losing market share to younger, more innovative competitors. Richard's eyes narrowed. I've been in this business longer than you've been alive, Sophia. The board has concerns about your judgment lately. The tension in the room was palpable. Jake watched as Sophia straightened her shoulders, her expression calm but her eyes flashing with determination. Then let's let the clients decide, she said, turning to the Hartman team. What do you think of the direction Jake has proposed? To everyone's surprise, the Hartman CEO broke into a wide smile. It's exactly what we've been looking for. Fresh, bold, but still respects our core values. We love it. The meeting ended with handshakes and congratulations. As the room cleared, Sophia caught Jake's eye and gave him a small nod of approval that felt more rewarding than any bonus could be. Later that afternoon, Richard cornered Jake in the break room. You think you've won her over, don't you? Excuse me? Jake replied, confused. Sophia, I saw how you looked at her, but let me give you some advice. She's not interested in office romances. She's interested in saving this company from her own inexperience. Don't mistake professional courtesy for something more. Jake felt his face flush. I don't know what you're talking about. We have a strictly professional relationship. Richard laughed coldly. Keep it that way. The board is watching her every move. One misstep and we'll have cause to vote her out. Don't be that misstep, Collins. The warning left Jake shaken. Was he that transparent? And more importantly, was he putting Sophia's position at risk with his feelings? Chapter 4. Crossing Lines. That evening, as Jake worked late again, Sophia appeared in his office doorway. We should celebrate the Hartman win, she said. Dinner tomorrow night? Jake thought of Richard's warning. I don't know if that's a good idea. Sophia's expression shifted, almost imperceptibly. It's just dinner, Jake, to thank you for your hard work. I appreciate that, but he hesitated. I have Lily to consider. Bring her, Sophia suggested. I'd love to meet her. You would? He assumed. Of course, we can go somewhere kid-friendly. And so, against his better judgment, Jake agreed. What he didn't realize was that this simple dinner would set in motion events that would force both him and Sophia to confront what they really wanted and what they were willing to risk to get it. The restaurant Sophia chose was upscale but welcoming, with a special menu for children. Lily, dressed in her favorite purple dress, was on her best behavior, though she eyed Sophia with curious suspicion. So, you're Daddy's boss? She asked bluntly as they waited for their food. Sophia smiled. I am, and your dad is one of my most valuable employees. He works too much, Jake declared. Sometimes he falls asleep on the couch with his computer. Jake felt his cheeks warm. Lily? It's okay, Sophia laughed. I probably work too much too. Do you have kids? Lily asked. A shadow crossed Sophia's face. No, I don't. Why not? Don't you like kids? Lily, that's enough questions, Jake intervened. But Sophia shook her head. I love kids, actually, she told Lily. I just haven't found the right time or the right person to have them with. Something in her tone made Jake look at her more closely. There was vulnerability there he hadn't seen before. The evening progressed with surprising ease. Sophia was wonderful with Lily, asking about her school and friends, listening intently to her 8-year-old perspectives. By dessert, Lily had decided Sophia was bray cool for a grown-up. As they walked to their cars afterward, Lily skipped ahead, leaving Jake and Sophia a moment alone. Thank you for tonight, Jake said. Lily doesn't warm up to people easily since her mom died. Sophia's eyes softened. She's a remarkable little girl. You're doing an amazing job with her, Jake. Some days I'm not so sure, he admitted. That's how you know you're a good parent. You worry about whether you're doing it right. Their eyes met, and for a moment Jake forgot all the reasons why he shouldn't be falling for his boss. Then Lily called for him, breaking the spell. Good night, Sophia, he said, stepping back. Good night, Jake, she replied, and he could have sworn there was regret in her voice. Chapter 6. Unexpected Support. Lily's injury was indeed just a sprain, but the doctor recommended she stay home from school the next day. Jake called the office to say he'd be working remotely. Take all the time you need, Sophia told him. Family comes first. The following day, as Jake helped Lily build a fort in the living room, her favorite sick day activity, his doorbell rang. To his astonishment, Sophia stood on his porch, holding a gift bag. I hope this isn't overstepping, she said, suddenly looking uncertain. I just thought Lily might like something to cheer her up. Jake invited her in, touched by the gesture. Lily was delighted with the present, a craft kit for making friendship bracelets. Can we make one now? She asked Sophia eagerly. If your dad doesn't mind me staying a while, she replied, looking to Jake for permission. He should have said no. He should have maintained professional boundaries. Instead, he said, We'd love that. The afternoon unfolded in a way Jake couldn't have imagined. His boss sitting cross-legged on his living room, helping his daughter create colorful bracelets, laughing at Lily's jokes, sharing stories of her own childhood. In those hours, she wasn't Sophia Reynolds, CEO. She was just Sophia, a woman with a gentle smile who looked at his daughter with genuine affection. When Lily finally tired and went to nap, Jake and Sophia moved to the kitchen. Coffee? I offered. Please. She leaned against the counter, watching him. You have a lovely home. It feels lived in, happy.